There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
You gained 7. You're back to health. Full health.
So wait.
12. You're good. You're good. Okay. So you're all good.
So let's go back to place.
Okay, so Sheree, you enter back into the cisterns. Would you say? Let's see.
Where is Sheree? Because I don't.
Heading back to that other door towards the
I don't
beginning.
She's
Okay.
in the cellar area where the cistern was, where you found the pouch.
Ah.
And as you all come chasing and after Sheree back to the beginning, you hear a slight shuffling. And 2 ruffians that have heard your approach sneak out of the doorway right here. Roll for initiative.
Initiative?
Yep.
We forgot to sneak back.
You guys did so well sneaking before. Nice. 20. All right. So, Sheree, you were up first. You just saw 2 Red Brand ruffians sneak out of the doorway, and they are aimed you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to throw some upon these guys.
You cut out there. What are you throwing at him?
You hit. Go ahead and roll damage with Talon.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit mightily, and he is very bloodied. And you actually rolled twice, remember? But this was not with advantage because these guys are not actually poisoned.
Oh. Whoops.
Okay. You hit anyways, but you're fine.
Okay. So I roll again, right?
Yep, with whatever your other offhand weapon is. Oh, and your battle axe misses and glances off of his armor. And that brings up Kaz.
Well, since fire works so well, I'm going to use a firebolt.
Nope.
Bolt, not ball.
Shoot away. Your firebolt misses and sputters out and hits the wall behind the ruffian. I actually skipped you, Donnie. You were up, sir.
Can I fire my crossbow at him?
Do you have a crossbow?
I think so. Let me check my stats.
I think you do.
I think he looted one.
I think he started with one.
Light
yes,
crossbow.
You do have a light crossbow. Shoot away. Yeah, just click crossbow. Your crossbow, you fire and miss. And
Of course I do.
Cal, you are up, sir.
Am I able to melee the one that's right in front of Sheree?
Yes, because you are at kitty corner, so you're within 5 feet.
Okay, cool. I will attempt to hit it with my warhammer.
Perfect. And you swing and a miss. And your warhammer just glides through the air. And the rest
Good job,
in
team.
front of you, Sheree.
Really carrying us.
Right. Swings at you with his short sword. And what is your AC? Your AC is... He misses you. And the other one is stuck behind him, so he is able to do nothing, and it is your turn again, Sheree.
Okay. Well. Do I roll advantage or no?
No, disadvantage or
Yep.
not. It's just regular. No advantage, no disadvantage.
Awesome.
You swing at him with Talon, and you miss.
Mm.
Swing again. Swing with your battle axe.
Well, hold on. I gotta get there.
Oh, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So he takes 7 points of slashing damage, and he falls dead at your feet. And Donnie, you are up, sir.
I'd like to try firing that crossbow again.
Shoot away. You roll 12, and your crossbow bolt misses again and hits the wall behind him. And that brings up Taz.
It's the
So-
lighting. Don't you worry.
It is the lighting.
Must be.
Can I rush past Hooray and hit this guy with my spellbook?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll with, roll your d20 for hit. Jeez. You basically just hit him in the shoulder and do nothing. And he just looks at you like, what are you doing? And Cal, you are up and you are out of reach. Although you could splash through the cistern if you so desired. But it is 10 feet deep.
Yeah, not as a dwarf.
Yeah.
I am going to use my cantrip Sacred Flame on the guy.
Okay, so he has to make a dex save of 13, and he rolls 14.
Damn it.
He is unharmed, and he will now take a swing at you, Taz. And let's see what he's going to hit you with. He swings at you with his short sword and crits, and you take 14 points of damage,
Fuck.
which brings you down to 0. So the wizard is down and out for the count, and Sheree, that brings up you. So you now have 2 dead bodies lying in front of you, one of the ruffians, and the other your wizard hireling.
That wizard.
That
And
wizard.
you swing and a hit, although you'd have to be standing on top of his dead body. You do 6
Okay.
slashing damage to him, and he is injured. Go ahead and hit again with your battle axe. How do you keep turning your token?
You like that,
What?
huh?
You miss with the battle axe. Although you
Okay.
can take, you do have your other ability, you know. Of what is your
Second one.
Mm-hmm. Or is it savage attacks? No, it's not savage attack.
Action surge.
Surge is starting second week. Yes. On
So
your
how do I do
turn-
that?
So on your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. You just take another turn. So basically you can hit Talon, but you also miss with Talon again. And that brings up Donnie. Although you
Did-
do hit with that, so I guess that would be. So you hit. Yes, you do hit with your battle axe.
Yay.
And he takes 4 slashing damage, and he is brought down to 6. And Donnie, it is your turn.
Okay, let's do some pain.
There you go. I'm here to bring the motherfucking pain.
How are we gonna bring pain? Let's see. I'm looking for some pain here. Give me 1 second.
You have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, just doing some character reading.
You have a lot of utility spells as well, though.
I'd like to cast some mage armor on myself.
Okay. Are you sure? I don't think you're in any danger.
Oh, not okay. Well then, if I'm not in any danger, let's go ahead and I'm gonna fire that crossbow at him one more time.
Get it?
Shoot him.
And here we go. Pew, pew, pew. That was the worst throw ever.
Oh, and your bolt misses again.
I need to get a new weapon.
You need a new crossbow. And that brings up Cal.
Ooh.
And Cal does save. Actually, that if you crit on a death save, that actually counts as 2. So you have 2 saves.
Nice. Good
That's
job,
cool.
Cal. Taz.
Hey,
Job
quick
Taz.
question, DM. Can I use Kyle's dead body as a weapon?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, just checking.
But right now, the half orc is standing on top of it. Just
So-
so
Alright.
you know.
Can I
Okay.
use Spare the Dying on Taz, even though Sheree is on that square, standing
Yes.
on his body? Okay.
Yes.
Then I cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay, and he immediately goes up to 1 hit point, and he is now stable.
Cool. And then I end my turn.
And so the ruffian that is sitting there, he swings with his short sword at you, Sheree, since you're standing on top of all the other dead bodies at your feet. And he does 4 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
And it is your turn. And you hit him with your longsword talon. Go ahead and roll for damage. And he immediately falls dead in a silent whisper.
I'm so gentle. Do you see it?
What
The
would you like
light?
to do now?
Well, are we all alive?
You are all alive, although as is at 1 hit point.
Can we pillage?
Yes.
Pillage. Pillage away.
You. Let's see. On the red brands, you actually don't find anything of value. All they have is the red cloaks on their backs and the armor on their skin.
I'm going to take
Can
their
we
red cloaks and
disrobe
armor.
them and just leave them naked
Yes.
for
Yes.
embarrassment,
Yes.
for shame?
Yep.
Dishonoring us? Yes, dishonor. That sounds more appropriate. We can use that.
We could, dump their bodies in the cistern.
This is true.
Yes.
But I am going to cast.
Ooh,
Cure
could I actually
Wounds
sacrifice
on
them to the
Taz.
great Dark Lord Cthulhu for
We'll talk about that later. Who are you healing?
next time
Taz?
Cthulhu,
Okay.
my
So
lord.
he heals, so he's up to 6.
Who wants to go listen on the door?
The door is
I'll do
open.
it.
Oh. I think we should cautiously go through the door.
There's a man behind the door.
Or just
Oh boy. Go ahead. So stay where you are. Kyle, what are you hitting him with?
oh, sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna do the 1-2 knockout.
The 1-2 knockout.
All right, you hit him for 9 damage, and he is fairly bloodied, but still on his feet. And that brings up Cal. Your turn. So as Taz went running into the room beyond, through the open door, there was another ruffian standing there and immediately met him. And he cast a magic missile and hit him in the chest. You cast Sacred Flame, and they have to make a DC throw, and he rolls a 13
Damn it,
and saves himself.
bastard.
And that brings up the ruffian that is standing in front of Taz, and he immediately draws his short sword and swings at him and rolls the wrong thing. Did I get rid of it?
Uh-oh.
And he rolls 11 and hits Taz, doing 4 slashing damage. And that brings up Sheree. You are now standing at a distance. You're 10 feet away from a ruffian who is beating up your wizard again.
Well, there's not much I can do.
Do you have any ranged weapons?
I have a
don't think
hand axe, battle axe, short sword, club, and a long sword.
Yeah, I don't think I give you any ranged weapons.
Throw one of the
Why am I-
axes at him.
So can I not get closer?
You not really. You can move.
Point. I'm gonna throw the hand axe.
Throw it. You hit hard.
Hell yeah.
And you do 7 damage. He is on one knee, coughing up blood. And that brings up Donnie. So you're standing behind the half-orc, who is standing behind the human wizard, who is standing in front of a ruffian that is now on his knees, coughing up blood. What do you do?
I don't really like this crossbow much anymore, but I don't really have a whole bunch of my inventory. And I was realizing that whenever I fire the crossbow, I need to subtract a bolt from my inventory. So I'm down to 17 now. But he is 2 people in front of me. So I think I will fire one more crossbow so I don't have to get up close and personal.
You do have spells, you know.
Yeah, Armor of Shadows and Mask of Enemy Faces.
You have Eldritch Blast, Minor Illusion.
Oh, let's do the Eldritch Blast then.
Do it. Cast it. And you actually have one of your... Oh, you hit.
Oh, that's
Roll
cool.
for damage. So you cast a shadowy bolt of energy from your hands, and you actually have something that... Don't you have... Is it Eldritch Invocations? You have Mask of Many Faces, Armor of Shadows. Is it only 2?
Well, if you go into my character sheet, there's other ones under spells. Thaumaturgy,
I
Minor
thought you
Illusion,
had the other one that
Arms of
boosted
Hadar.
your blast, but just go ahead and roll damage for your Eldritch Blast.
How do I do that? Just the
Just click
D20?
in the chat window. Scroll over where it says Eldritch Blast and just click it. And it'll auto roll damage. There you
Cool.
go. You do 10 force damage, and he just dead.
Does he like explode? Like
Pretty much. Yes.
Fallout?
He is more like just sort of bubbles and turns into a spatter of goo.
Can I pillage anything from that?
All you find is just the cloak on his back.
I'm investigating these barrels and boxes in this room.
So in here, you discern that this is just a bunkhouse, sort of like they were the guards of the entrance to the hideout. And inside, Taz, you search around through the boxes and barrels, and you find 16 silver pieces and 7 gold pieces. And Donnie, actually, you do search one of the bodies and you find 12 silver pieces and 5 gold pieces. And on the third body, you find 15 electrum pieces and 2 garnets that are worth 10 gold each. And you find Taz in the bunkhouse, hanging from hooks. There's 3 dirty scarlet cloaks.
Oh man, I could have totally worn the cloaks and went incognito.
Have all of these red cloak guys been human?
Yep.
Okay, so Taz is probably the only one that could really go incognito. The
Mhm.
rest of us would kind of look out of place.
I'm gonna dress up as this red cloak guy
Okay.
and proceed to stroll back to wherever we need to go.
Okay. So the only other doorway, you have a doorway here, which was the one that you entered from, and you also have now the stairway went down, and there's actually a doorway right here as well that you guys never took.
Okay, that's where we were headed.
Yep.
Can I peek through that doorway?
Absolutely.
Perception?
Yeah. So with a perception of 10, you discern that it's just your average hallway. You see that there is a thick dust that is covering the flagstones of this sort of very calm, very quiet hallway. The walls are decorated with several faux columns that you can see going down.
What the hell? I'm going in.
Okay. Go ahead and go in.
It's a trap.
Does it lead me to a different map?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it leads to your death. Whoops. Game over. Just kidding.
I will.
All right.
What's your marching order? So Taz will go in first.
I'm going in first because I look like these guys.
I'll be second.
I'll take up the rear,
Okay.
as the healer should not get caught on fire again.
So Donnie will put you right there. So
Well,
as you're
no, that
standing
is
in this
me.
hallway, you're just, I mean, like thick, like half-inch of dust that's completely undisturbed is sitting on the floor of the flagstones. And you can see that at the far end of this hall, there's two double doors that are sheathed in copper plating, and they're now just completely antiqued green with age. And on the copper, you can see that there's a relief carving of a mournful angel. And Taz, as you just stepped right there,
Of course.
you trigger a trap that consists of several loose stone tiles that Sheree also just fell into, and several timbers collapse underneath your feet, and each
I'm
of
gonna
you
react.
take.
I jump out of the way
Okay,
in a split second.
roll acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
And you both fail to grab the ledge, and each of you fall 20 feet to the dirt floor of this pit, and you each take 3 damage. Well, not bad considering. But Taz, you are brought to 1, and you're both now at the bottom of a 20-foot pit.
Well, again, I'm going to drink my last remaining healing potion.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
I'm going to perceive what's going on. What do we see down here?
It's just a very empty hallway, and you triggered a trap that you plummeted 20 feet down. And you're now 20 feet down, and your companions are up above you.
I'm gonna throw my rope up and lasso it to one of those pillars.
Roll acrobatics. So you need a 15 or better to beat this.
Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. For him to, your rope throwing abilities are severely lacking, given that you spent most of your time in underground wizarding fight clubs. And
Well, I'm
Well,
gonna
I think I have a rope too.
And even given your severe skills as a seaman, and you're handy with sails and ropes and such, your rope
On the
falls to
poop
the
deck.
ground. Right, exactly. And Donnie, what would you like to do? So your companions have just fallen 20 feet below you.
Can I laugh first?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Haha.
So you hear like this little chuckle, like, nah.
Let's see. What do I have in my inventory?
A lot.
Is there anything in the bottom of this pit?
Nope. Just a pit.
Can I use my hump and rope to drop down to them
Absolutely.
or to hold them up?
So you throw down your rope. Doesn't take any kind of skill checks to lower a rope. So he lowers a rope down to you guys, and you climb out.
Okay.
How wide is this pit?
It is 10 feet by 10 feet, and there is a small ledge on either side. So right here and right here.
I'm gonna
I think we should-
gonna shuffle across the ledge.
Do a acrobatics check, please.
God damn you, you're acrobatic.
I know. What you get for not being a rogue.
Wah, 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 wah.
11. You are able to shuffle along the ledge, and you crawl over to the other side.
Shut up. Really?
Do we all have to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you perceive if there's any more called?
I'm gonna
Poop traps?
investigate the rest of this room and including the door.
Okay, go ahead. Roll perception. Oh my gosh. Sheree, you actually just run and jump across and clear the entire gap.
Yeah,
Reflect.
bitchin'.
Taz, your investigation of traps of 6, you discern that there is no immediate danger in your vicinity.
Is the door locked?
The door is... That is a damn good question. No, it is not locked.
Can I peek through the door? Just crack it open slightly and peek in?
Yes. Absolutely. Roll stealth. So your stealth roll is 7. You slightly open the door with a small creak, and inside, what you see is stone sarcophagi that are standing within a dusty crypt. And propped up against each sarcophagus, you see a human skeleton that's clad in just old, rusty mail that's just bitten and chewed through. And you see several false columns along the walls, and they're carved with images of a spreading oak trees.
Well, shit.
Why were they like? Do they look like they were eaten?
No, it's you can tell that
Taz goes into the room.
Taz goes into the room. Perfect. And I'm guessing Sheree follows, and
Yes.
there, and put Cal right on the heels. The armor is just eaten through, just with age and with rust. And as you actually enter this room, you do see that the skeletons that are leaned up against the sarcophagi start to sort of shimmer and shake. And
Can I use my arcana?
you can roll for
To counter the
initiative.
Can I use my arcana to counter the skeleton rebirth?
No. They are living undead. And roll for initiative. What? With the fat 19.
Hell yeah.
1d20. Why are you rolling a 1d20 plus 5? You guys forget how this works. Hold on. Let's start over.
I clicked on my thing and I hit initiative.
Did I?
Why is your initiative +5?
I don't know, man.
Huh, that's weird.
Are you pushing the actual initiative button?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and so we got that. And
Damn it, Donnie.
Gold 17. Oops. Okay, you're not in here. 17. Where's Donnie? No, Donnie.
I'm here.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, initiative. Okay.
So click your token, open your character sheet, and click the initiative
Yeah.
button. Ho!
Nice.
You like that? You like them apples?
God, rolls are like this on. I'm still not sure how you got away with. Oh, I don't know. Which you down to 20. How'd that happen?
I roll
Okay.
good.
And Taz, so you have 3 skeletons that have just shambled to life in front of you. What would you like to do?
Do I know anything about these skeletons? Are they magical skeletons?
You would, yes, they are.
Can I use my arcana on them to get some insight?
Yes.
Does that eat my turn?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to use my religion on them and smite them back.
You might want to leave that to the cleric, who actually has anti-undead spells.
So just turn it dead. Yes, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to hit them with a firebolt then, since I'm pretty much useless.
Roll away. You hit.
Really?
You do. Which one are you attacking here?
The one closest to me.
That one? Okay. So you, your firebolt hits him for 1 damage. And that brings up Donnie. So your wizard companion shot a firecracker at the skeleton.
That doesn't seem very practical.
Well,
I guess I can.
He is a hobo wizard.
Let's use one of those blast again.
Which one are you going for?
Wait, as a necromancer, can I, tell them to go away?
No.
Fuck.
Let's
Told
go
you
for
to go
the one in front.
This guy?
Well, actually, since I have the crossbow, let's go for the one in the further back.
Okay.
You do know your magic spells, travel pretty far, right?
Like 120 feet.
Okay, well,
Really, you
then.
can hit
pretty
anybody
sure.
in this room.
Let's see. What's his Eldritch Blast does? Where is it? Eldritch Blast. Range 120 feet.
That's pretty tits. All right, let's use that then.
Okay. Which one are you shooting at? Back left, back right? This guy?
Back left.
This guy? Okay. Go ahead and roll. And you
Yeah.
hit hard. Roll damage.
Click where it says Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I got it.
You do 2 force damage to him, and he is still standing quite fine. So, Sheree, you've seen your 2 spellcasters are shooting sparks at the skeletons that are shambling towards you. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to get closer to this guy and bite him. I'll probably die. That's okay. Do Talon.
Okay. You hit hard. And you do 9 slashing damage to him. Well done. And he is just bones just shatter and go all over the place, and he's just barely shambling. And go ahead and take your second swing.
Isn't running away an option?
It's running away. And you swing with your hand axe and you clock him in the chest. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah.
Nice. And he just becomes a just pile of bones at your feet. And
Nice.
Skeletons come running towards you. And this skeleton takes a swing at you, Taz, with his
I dodged.
short sword. And you take 6 piercing damage, which brings you to 0. You spend more
again,
time
huh?
dead than anyone else.
Lazier than a Mexican.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's killing everybody.
One time.
The other skeleton swings at you, Sheree, and hits you for 4 piercing damage, and you are brought quite low. And Cal, that brings up you, sir.
So I know I have Turn Undead
Mhm.
as Channel Divinity,
Mhm.
but I can't tell if that uses one of my spells or if that's like a cantrip.
Channel Divinity Turn Undead, it's just an action.
Okay.
It's literally just an action. So as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer of censuring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also
Cool.
can't take reaction. So,
Okay.
yeah, they just it's like a spell, but it doesn't use up a spell slot. It's just your action.
Okay. I raise my holy symbol. I don't think I picked a deity.
No, you did not.
Okay, I always forget to do that.
You picked life. I think the
Or light.
light. That was it. I think the coolest sounding one was Apollo.
Okay. I will just raise my holy symbol and say, do you have a moment to talk about the Lord and Savior Apollo?
Perfect. So they roll a 6 against your wisdom saving throw, so they immediately move as far away from you as possible. Which brings up.
Nobody ever wants to talk.
Yeah, I know. And so Taz, go ahead and make a death saving throw, as you are used to doing, and you succeed. So that's
Good job.
one for
Finally.
you. And
3 times a charm.
I'm just kind of like laying on the ground, twitching.
You've gained the magical ability to roll and shit yourself on the ground. And
That's
Donnie,
awesome.
that brings up you. So your cleric raised his holy symbol of Apollo, and the undead skeletons immediately started shambling away.
Can I investigate the skeletons
You can.
for loot?
Well, only one of them's dead. The other 2 are just trying to run away.
Oh, still trying to run away. Okay, let's go ahead and use my Eldritch Blast on the one on the left side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. You hit him with your Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll for damage. And you
God damn
do
it.
2 force damage to him. And he is barely scathed.
Of course he is.
And Sheree, it is your turn, madame. So you have 2 shambling skeletons, although this one was just damaged. So he is now turned back around and looks like he's heading back towards the group.
I am going to hide behind this coffin because I'm about to die.
Oh, that is very true. Okay, so you hide here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have half cover. Are you gonna do that as your action?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. What is a skeleton can move up to 30 feet. So he comes. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's actually will shoot at you, Cal, with his longbow. Although he does have, you are a dwarf and you do have a dead wizard at your feet, so we'll say you have half cover.
Sweet.
In which case, I have to remember what half cover does. Just made it more difficult on myself.
Way to go. Use my corpse as a
It's
shield.
basically using your corpse as a shield.
Nice.
Hopefully you don't get hit with that arrow. I mean, you can't be any more dead, I suppose, but
Right. So as half cover, you have a +2 bonus to your armor class.
sweet.
So he will shoot at you with his short, and he rolls a 15.
Armor class with the bonus is 11, so that hits.
So he hits you for 3 piercing damage, and you're brought to 9 hit points, which brings Az back around. So go ahead and make another death saving throw, as you're wont to do. And you make another save. I like how everybody's just letting the wizard twitch dead on the ground.
We have skeletons to worry about.
This is true. This is all true. And Donnie, it is now your turn. So you have one skeleton that you hit with your Eldritch Blast before, and he is shooting now at your cleric with a short bow. Your fighter has cowered behind a sarcophagus, and it is your turn.
Some fighter.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
Okay. I'd like to cast my mage armor first of all,
Okay.
which doesn't take a turn, so that just happens. So I have to roll for that.
No, you just click Mage Armor. I can't remember exactly what it does, but if you click it, it'll auto post to chat.
I thought I clicked it. Weird. Let me try it again.
Mage Armor.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
So you touch a willing creature, which is yourself. So you touch yourself, and
Yeah.
Stuff he's used to.
your base AC becomes 13 plus your Dexterity modifier. So you have a Dexterity modifier of 0. So your AC is now 13 over 10. And now
Okay.
it is your turn. You still have an action left to take.
Yeah. Let's go and fire the crossbow this time.
Okay. Same one.
Same guy.
Roll away.
Nice.
Your crossbow sails through the air and the bolt strikes true. Go ahead and roll damage. And you do 5 piercing damage to the skeleton.
That's better. Better than 2.
And he's about halved. He's sort of shaking and limbering his way. And that brings up you, Sheree.
I am gonna throw my hand axe at him.
Did you pick up the last one?
Of course.
Okay. Go ahead and throw your hand axe.
The returning hand axe.
It's the magical returning hand axe. You hit hard.
Yes.
Doing this. And
Magic.
you hit him for 4 slashing damage, and he is very bloodied. And that skeleton, and
Doesn't she have a ability as well that will heal?
Yes, she does.
What's that?
Second wind. So if you go up, I made you guys a list under player abilities and spells. You have an ability called Second Wind. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you
Okay.
can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. So roll a d10 and add 2, and that's how much hit points you regain. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. So you gain back 11 hit points,
Nice.
and that brings you up to 13.
Sweet. Now am I done?
You can still move. You can move, and actually, if you move within melee range, you can still take a swing at him because you still have your dual wield, bang bang. And you
I take my axe back.
take your axe back. Okay.
Does that do anything to him?
No. You can swing at him with your sword. And you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And that skeleton falls at your feet into a pile of...
I killed 2. Yay!
Yes. I've killed 2.
It has killed you all.
And actually, the other skeleton is still just trying to escape the cleric. So that brings up you, Cal. It is your turn. You have a shambling skeleton that's trying to run away from you.
Okay. I am going to spare the dying on Taz, since we're not in immediate danger now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move up and end my turn.
So you touch a living creature at 0 point, the creature becomes stable. So Taz, you're now at 1 hit point, which you got. And that brings up Donnie. Actually, Taz,
No, it's my
your
turn.
You're at 1 hit point.
That's cool. So I take this moment and thank my team for bringing me back to life. Nonchalantly while that skeleton is just running away in terror at the moment.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'd like to thank the Academy for everything they've done and really, really appreciate it for making me a hermit and and while everybody's distracted, I throw a firebolt at that last remaining skeleton.
Okay. You hit. And you do 10 damage. And it is... If it had blood, it would be spurting it.
Does it catch on fire?
It does. It is now in flames. And that brings up you, Donnie.
Okay. Is there one skeleton left then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try the crossbow again.
Okay, fire away. What?
Oh,
Oh, sad.
there's a one apparently. I just clicked on light crossbow from earlier. Does that work the same?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You have to.
That's going to the menu. Okay. I'll do that then.
You hit. Go ahead. Now roll your damage.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Oh my
Finally.
gosh.
Finally.
You finally do like way more than is necessary.
A
So
little overkill.
your bolt just drives home the skull of the skeleton, and it hits it so hard it separates from the spinal column and knocks into the wall behind him with the twang, and the skeleton is dead.
I'm going to investigate the room, not the tombs, for loot.
So where are you looking?
Throughout the room, not inside the sarcophaguses.
Well, they're already sort of perched open.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The skeletons were the inhabitants.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just going to investigate the entire room then.
Okay. what you find among the bones in each sarcophagus, you find a platinum signet ring in each one.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Nice.
you find 3 platinum rings that are worth 50 gold each.
Well,
Can I have one?
Pieces.
Since I already got some gold earrings and some fucking an eye patch with a jewel on it, I think I'm gonna give mine to Donnie.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, shucks. Thanks, Dad.
I'm already blinged out.
So we each get one, or is it just one?
3. You find 3.
You, Donnie, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
So do I just add one
Yeah.
to the inventory, or does Will do that?
You do.
Okay, so I thought.
Could we take a long rest in this room?
Given the amount of noise you've been making throughout the crypt, I would say you probably feel like it's a bad idea to take a rest. Probably feel that it's probably not anywhere safe at this point, given the amount of fire blasting and ringing of metal spell casting that you've cast throughout the area.
Do we just get platinum rings that we gave us, Kyle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well,
He put a ring on it.
So where's my like all my stuff? What's it under?
Hmm?
Like we've been
Equipment?
collecting things along the way, and I've been putting it in equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do I add value to these?
There's several ways. So you could I would probably recommend just taking notes on your bio page instead of trying to input it all in your inventory. So I would go to bio and you can scroll down to treasure. There's actually a whole box for it.
Okay.
So you're in this very crypt-like room with 3 dead skeletons at your feet. And where would you like to head now? You have a door that is to the east and a door that is to the north, and the 2 double copper doors that you came through to the south.
So we know it's not a good idea to take a rest in here. What about somebody or all of us, I don't know if we all want to leave to do it, going back to the shopkeeper and buying a handful of health potions? Because we have a shit ton of gold now, thanks to all this cool loot.
It's very true.
We could take the beaver pelts too.
Oh, that's right.
If that
And
would
sell
be,
them?
yeah, if it would be unwise for us to leave the dungeon and do that and come back, or because
Could do that.
we're kind of beat. I'm out of spells, and
Yeah.
I don't think we have 4 health potions amongst the 4 of us. So
No. Okay. We could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go sell shit.
Who's leaving?
I guess we can all go.
Yeah, we can all go. We can come back.
So
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I am perceiving.
So, what did you get? You got 24, 17, 8. So, Taz, you're perceiving twice? Or no, that was your investigation.
Yes.
Okay. So 17, 8. So Taz and Cal, you both hear a slight creaking sound to the northeast. And you see 2 ruffians sneaking into the room behind you.
Okay.
Since I'm dressed as a ruffian, I tell them to stand down.
Roll a charisma check. Roll charisma. Or
Do I-
deception.
Do I get advantage because I'm dressed as them?
No. You're not very charismatic, but they do see that you're dressed as one of them. Actually, who else took one of the cloaks? Was that you, Donnie?
I don't think so. Let me take a look.
Not one of you took one of the red brand cloaks. Or actually, you're still technically disguised as one.
Yep.
So they look at you, Taz, and they don't quite like. There's just something off about you, but they do look back to you, Donnie, because you are pretty well clad as a red brand.
Cool. Okay. So where should we go from here?
It's up to you. So they look at you and just say, "What are you doing in here? Did you kill the skeletons?"
Hmm. This could go really good or it could go really bad. We did kill the skeletons.
And they look at you and say, "Well, those were our alarm system. Are
Yeah,
you new?"
I'm new.
It's
That's why you don't recognize me.
audit on the alarm systems, and that they did not pass the audit. That they have 30 days to get a better system put in place. Otherwise, they will be fined.
Roll deception. Oh shit.
Womp, womp, womp,
Your
womp.
deception of 7, they're not really quite sure what you're saying about a 30-day return policy, but they're still just kind of looking at you questioningly.
I apologize for my friend over there. He got hit in the head by one of the skeletons pretty hard. We got lost. We're new.
And they say, "Where are you supposed to be stationed?"
Yeah, where are they supposed to be stationed, Chief?
We were supposed to be attending a bar, a game that a couple comrades we were having, that we have.
Man,
Hold on.
so good.
Sorry, I'm pretty stupid myself. I've been drinking.
They say, "Oh, were you supposed to join the others in the barracks?"
Yes, we were, and we just kind of got turned around.
No, we weren't. We were supposed to join. We were supposed to relieve for the prison cells. For the cells.
Roll deception, Sheree.
Cross your fingers, everybody.
Oh shit. You guys rolls. Let's see. What is? Hold on. There. That actually works. And they say, "Oh, well, you don't mind if we go join the game then, do you?"
Not at all.
Okay. And they say,
Okay,
"Well,"
but could you put that? But could you point us in the right direction?
and you say, "Oh, well, the door is just right here behind us. The prison cells are in here."
Hey,
Thanks, bud. Good luck.
I asked them, by the way, hey guys, do you have any healing potions? The skeletons kind of did a number on my face, and Papa needs his good face.
They say, "Oh, no, we don't have any potions on us, but you might want to check with the wizard. He's off somewhere to the north."
Nice. Cool. Thanks. Here, I'm gonna give them. What game are they gonna go play?
The bones.
They're gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Give
I'm
him
gonna
like
give them
give him like
one.
one of the fingers of the guys you killed.
I'm gonna give them one of my carnelians to put towards their game.
And they say,
Go off and have fun.
Thank you. It's very generous. We'll play some bets for you.
Sweet.
They're
See you
okay.
around.
Yep, we'll see you on the next shift. And they leave.
No whisper to Shry, man, this is gonna get fucked up when they go up to play the game and realize that their friends are dead.
So they
We-
make their way out, and they leave actually from right here, the doorway.
Should we go back and go back to that room and jump the pit and run up to town really fast?
Sure. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
That's an idea.
You might want to check the cell first.
Yeah, let's grab
Let's
what's his
investigate.
face and get out of here.
Okay, fine.
Just leave the prisoners. Fuck them.
Burn them all.
All right, so
All right, Redcoat, go first.
can I go in? Is it
He's
unlocked?
a red shirt. Yes, it's unlocked.
Because he's expendable.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
Are these the
obviously-
prisoners?
They are. So as you
Anybody we know?
enter this room, the room is partitioned into 3 separate areas with iron bars walling off the north and the south. You see that there's filthy straw lines in the floors of the cells. The hinged doors on which are secured by chains and padlocks. There's a pair of disheveled human women to the south, right here. And to the north, you see a human boy that's confined in a cell. And all are dressed in plain gray tunics and have iron collars that are fitted around their necks. And you see a heap of discarded clothing that's piled carelessly against the wall right here.
Taz is gonna crawl into the clothing and blend in.
Perfect.
I say we investigate. Why are these women there? What are the pile of clothes?
You could ask them.
And does our key that we looted unlock these or either of these?
Yes, they do.
Yes. So then I use it.
Are either of these doors trapped?
So you unlock the doors, and you recall before Sheree, this would actually only pertain to you, because you actually went into the inn, and when you had sequestered rooms for yourself and your companions, you recall that you had spoken to Trilena, the innkeeper's wife, and she told you about a town member named Thel, who had stood up to the Red Brands, and when he did so, they killed him in the streets. And his shortly thereafter, his wife and 2 children had gone missing.
Mm.
And you, these prisoners introduce themselves as such and tell you that they had been kidnapped and were going to be sold as slaves to the Red Brands. The eldest, the wife of Thel, Myrna, she just thanks you just very greatly, and
As
she
thanks,
tells you
Taz
that
demands
she
tribute.
doesn't have anything of value that she can offer you, but
Taz demands his daughter as tribute.
she does tell you that when she was a young girl, her family had fled from a town called Thunder Tree after several undead had overrun the place. And she says, if you're up to it, she had an urban alchemy shop that was owned by her family when she was a child. And inside, there's a case containing an emerald necklace that was hidden beneath a section of storage shelves. And she tells you that she would happily have you have it as a reward if you were willing to gain it. and thanks you greatly for setting herself and her family free.
Can we sneak out of here with them?
Yep.
Let's sneak out of here
We
with
should do
them.
that.
Let's do that. I
You
like that.
gain, let's see, 300 experience
Each
Nope.
or all together?
total for rescuing the family
Okay.
and whaling the red brands that were holding them captive.
So all together.
It's 300 for that room. You get
Okay.
150 for defeating the skeletons
Okay.
and 300 for defeating the 3 ruffians in the barracks that you let
Okay.
sneak up on you. And what else did we do? Let's see, you did let the wizard escape. Test. Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Although you
Name the wizard.
did set an entire room on fire full of bugbears, that was worth 600.
Damn.
So we're at 1350.
So let's see. So what was that? I said 600 for that room.
That's
Oh, you got the
300.
guard barracks too. Hold on.
So 750 plus 600.
Hold on. I'm going to start completely over. So for the room with the gambling ruffians, that was 400. So start with 400. For
Okay.
the room that Taz set on fire, that was 600.
Okay.
Is that? Oh, that's nothing. And so add 300 for the captives.
Okay. 150 for
and
skeletons.
150 for the skeleton. Yep, that's your total.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So 362.5. We good?
Did you say 275 or 265?
362.5 each.
Nice.
I really derped.
So back to town to rest.
So you all head back.
Great. Let's use our room.
Initially. And yeah. And that concludes the evening.
Groovy. That was
Well
fun,
done.
guys.
Well done.
Sweet. And we didn't murder any innocent people. Yeah.
Not this time.
You actually interrogated a few people. You all only died once.
Except for Taz.
Well, that's true. Collectively, you only died once. I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with some sort of